on the new shirt, taking off your pants, putting on the new pants, then just take everything off and then put everything back on.
And I've never witnessed this, but dudes be choking the chicken in the bathroom. Like, man, some of you guys need to chill. Like, y'all can't wait until you get home to do that? Like, it's gotta be in school?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I've always been confused about this as well. I've heard it, and like, yeah, I've heard of it, and I've heard it happen in the stores. Like, I was literally taking a poo. Someone was, rapidly applauding I don't know, something that they were watching on their phone. But me personally, I don't think I would ever do this in a million years. Even if there was like a hot Asian baddie goth mummy Asian with massive mummy milkers at school, I don't think I'd do that.
And sometimes...
Hai, seară bună, noapte bună.
Seară bună, la revedere.
Noapte bună.
Înlocuirea e pe teren, nu și pe biletul tău. Titularul iese...
Baddie goth mummy Asian with massive mummy milkers at school, I don't think I'd do that.
And sometimes you have people who be spending their entire lunchtime in the bathroom stalls. Like,
what?
Please choose somewhere else to eat your lunch, bro. Like, I'm telling you this for your own safety.
Particles.
Because it cannot be healthy to be breathing in all that doo-doo air for a whole hour. It's gotta take at least 5 years off your lifespan if you're doing it consistently every day.
Jesus.
Like, just eat in the hallways or a classroom for your own safety, man. Now let's discuss the activities that occur in the school bathrooms. You would have kids skipping class to go to the bathroom just to spark it up in there with their homies. Same goes for the kids who vape, and that bathroom would just be completely hotboxed.
Yeah, I've sort of heard of this. Like, we were doing the ranking school confessions forms, and some of you guys said that, like, the bathrooms are unbearable in America because it's just, filled with a lot of, like, vape juice and all that stuff. Like, surely there are fire alarms in the bathroom, right? That would actually be unbearable if this was, like, the only bathroom on, like, your floor of, like, the building, whatever, like, school you go to, and every time you needed to go to the bathroom, you were forced to inhale all of the vape juice and everything. I think me personally, if this happened at my school, I would just pee in a corner, pee in a bin, pee in the sink outside, pee in the water fountain, or maybe you can just like pee behind like a tree or something.
And of course, we can't forget the fights that happen. Kids would be straight up having a fight club in the bathrooms with an entire crowd watching them brawl it out like it was KSI versus Logan Paul.
Yeah, we had this at our school as well, but instead it was in the sort of like locker room, like the change rooms instead of like the bathroom. Because our change rooms were so big, like they were like unnecessarily big. Like you could probably fit a whole classroom into our like locker rooms and change rooms. But I'm pretty sure the reason why all the fight clubs are in the bathrooms is because the teachers, I think legally they're not allowed to enter the bathroom if it's like at a school or something, because I remember none of our teachers would ever dare to go inside any of like the change rooms or like bathrooms or anything, and so maybe this is their way of like getting away with like fighting without getting in trouble if they did it outside.
And the news of the fight happening would spread across the school like wildfire. And you would always have the kids who record the fights, but it's always recording the worst angles and like in 180p. The dudes recording the fights really need to step their game up and show up with one of these so we can get some 4K footage of the school fights. Then you got the kids who be starting up a barbershop in the bathroom.
Oh yeah,
These kids would be giving other kids some fresh cuts in the bathrooms and getting people right with the fades, or he'd be absolutely doing people dirty with the cuts.
Well, I mean, they gotta start somewhere. I'm pretty sure the only reason why people do this in high school is because, like, they don't have any other people to practice on. Because at some point, they're gonna run out of people. Like, they do it on their dad, their brother, their cousins, and then what? Like, they don't have any other chance to practice. And so instead, they just offer free haircuts in the bathroom to practice on, like, all the students. Like, at my school, all the barbers never charged anyone any money for it.
Dude was really on his entrepreneur grind set at school. Now let's talk about how TikTok absolutely made school bathrooms worse. You'd have those kids who'd be recording TikTok dances in the bathrooms. Like, come on, man. I'd rather see the group of stoners and vapors than those kids doing their TikTok dance as I walk by them to take a piss while cringing. Just ruining my day for no reason. Then you have the school thought giving free vocal lessons to everyone. And then you have
free vocal lessons, okay? And so I assume what happens is that the school thought gives everyone such violent head that they start screaming like they're the next Michael Jackson.
And then you have the infamous TikTok trends that took over the school bathrooms. People were really having bathroom functions and concerts in there. Like, who would partake in such a thing? Okay, you got me. I was one of the bathroom function attendees. So at my school, people were planning a bathroom function for the last day of school. And a bunch of dudes pulled up to the bathroom and we were getting turned in there. But then teachers and the hall monitor found out fast and we all had to disperse and dip out of there. And the people who set it up got in trouble. Here's some footage of it.
I'm the biggest bird, I'm the biggest bird.
Okay, I already graduated high school by the time this was a trend, but if this was a trend back when I was in high school, I feel like I definitely would partake in this. Potentially. hypothetically, in GTA. Like, it's kind of harmless, low-key. Like, it's a little bit disruptive to the people who actually need to go to the toilet. But if nobody's using the toilet, it's much better to have a party in the bathroom rather than, you know, outside in the corridor and, like, disturb everyone.
Then the principal made an announcement on the speakers. So it has come to our attention that there has been this thing going on in the school bathrooms called bathroom functions. Yeah, this is just unacceptable behavior, and this does not represent what being a student at our school is.
Man, shut your ass up.
Yeah, the bathroom function trend was a 10 out of 10. But now let's discuss the devious lick trend.
Oh my god.
Now this trend was just straight up out of pocket. People were really stealing items in the bathrooms. Like, it did not matter what it was. Toilet paper, soap dispensers, urinals, toilets. Hell, they might have even taken the entire bathroom itself. Everything was fair game to the devious lickers. Then these people would get home and record a TikTok of their loot.
Yeah,
like,
they incriminate
realistically, what are
themselves.
you gonna do with a broken soap dispenser and toilet, bro?
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a backup toilet. Like, I mean, in case you have such explosive diarrhea that you shatter your main toilet, and you can just sort of hop on the toilet. Like, everyone has, like, an alt account for, like, everything, right?
This trend had the principal on his knees begging on the school announcements for people to stop. Guys, please stop this devious lick thing. We have no toilets left in the bathrooms.
What?
We have nowhere to take a dump.
Just do
I
it.
took a dump in the sink.
Bro, you can just do it caveman style, like back in the day. Like, bro, do you think they had toilets back in 100 BC? How do you think they went to the toilet? Do you think they just sucked it back up and absorbed it into their skin? But anyways, girls don't poop, and so it only affects the dudes, and the dudes can just suck it up. They can just handle it. They can just poop on the floor.
Then after the school complaints, people were really trying to atone for their sins with angelic yields. And they would start donating to the school bathrooms. Dudes were really giving toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and even TVs, bro. Thinking that's gonna atone for their wrongdoings. The damage has already been done. Then you got the people who are just straight up destroying the bathrooms and breaking toilets, mirrors, and urinals. Like, come on, man. No wonder the school bathrooms are always dirty, because of all the atrocities that kids are committing in them, making the janitors not want to clean up all that crap. Like, if I was a janitor and walked into the bathroom and saw it like this, I'm straight up quitting on the spot, or I'm complaining to whoever runs the school for a raise, or it's on site. Bro, janitors don't get paid enough to deal with all this crap.
Okay, well, if you don't want to clean it up, then we'll just fire you and hire some random other guy to replace you. Bro, I'm pretty sure the reason why people destroy stuff in the toilets is because school is just so inherently boring that, like, this is the only fun we get to have at school. Because, like, outside of school, we play video games for entertainment, so during school, we can't really do that, and so our only form of entertainment is to, like, explode the skibbity toilet.